I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing today? At least I'm not in the dark today, right? that was a hoot last night with having to go out and get Christina her purse after she forgot it. Oh boy, but we did it. We're coming on because this will redirect us before we go. We're going to be going on Lewis Acre Karma. I will put her page in the chat and pin that. Hi, Kristen. How are you? I will pin that. This stream will also redirect you back to Lewis Acre Karma. We go on at 3 o'clock for her. It's Lewis Acre Farm. We go on at 3 o'clock, so this will direct you. I'm going to be ending this about 2 o'clock, or not 2 o'clock, sorry, about probably about 2:40. So it'll give you about 20 minutes to head over there. I'm trying to find, and we're going to be having a discussion. And so I can put her chat in here. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to put the live here, and I will go ahead and put it on there so that this way everybody can go to it. Copy link. See. Hope everybody's doing well. Giving everybody a minute to come in. I am tired today. As soon as I get done with this, and then we were going to record with Mama the day 3 devotional, and I don't know if that's going to happen today. She has come home with a little bit of, she had a doctor's appointment, just a physical. She has a little bit of a headache. And so we'll see where she's at today, what she's up to and what she feels like doing. So anyway, we will see. So this was the live with Lewis Acre Farm, and we will but this stream will redirect you over there, but we will see where she's at. If not, I decided we will get 5, or I'm forgetting the dates, 3 recorded. Okay, I'm going to pin that. We'll get 3 recorded. And guys, we're 3 away from 1,400. I can't believe it. I'm like, we're doing it. We're growing. We got this, right? I'm going to go ahead and pin this. So I'm going to pin it to the top so you guys can click on that as well. And then I don't know what we're going to do yet. If we're going to go ahead and I'll record 3 by myself. And then tomorrow, after she's feeling better, then we'll go ahead and record. We'll record 3 with her. Or yeah, day the 3rd. Yes, it was the 2nd. We'll record 4 with her. I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing, because we're all just, we're tired. I'm like, all I want to do is crochet today. I've got blankets to do anyway, so I got to get them rolling. So we'll see where we're at. We'll see what we feel like doing. But I have a feeling that that's probably it. She gets like these Thursday headaches, and she's got one today, so I don't want to push her. All right, now that I've kind of done all that for a minute, I've done the share that I needed to do. But we'll just see. But most likely the third will come out in a little bit. It'll be late, and then I'll probably record, or the second. I'll record the third, and then I'll wait till tomorrow to do the fourth with her and pre-record for Sunday. You know, I'm realizing as I'm kind of sitting thinking about stuff for a little bit in my head, I'm thinking, I know I'm not good at this kind of planning stuff. I would rather just kind of say, okay, let's just not have a plan. Let's just go with the flow, right? But I need to start at least trying to do, like, these are the recording days that need to happen. And these are the days where we do some of the shorts and get caught up. Because when Patty came, I really wanted to be really all the shorts, everything, the jokes, the Bible verses, the quotes, which we're going to do a post. I have to do a little bit of a picture with it. If you have a quote that you really love, you guys can put it in the community post. If you're in the Facebook group, Hi Bud Files, you can go ahead and put it in the, what is it? You can put it in the Lighthouse Beacons and say, this is a great quote. And so we're going to start putting it on the community post. We have all the quotes for February, but in March, we're going to start doing that. Probably we'll put it in mid-February. People have quotes, put them on there, and we may use them. And then that is another way too, because if you have a channel and you have a quote, then we can tag your channel. And then it would have people go onto your channel too as well. So we're going to start doing that. But when Patty came, I at least got all the quotes done, but I never got all the Bible verses done. And the Bible verses are really easy now that we're just using the Bible verse from the daily devotions. And we had the jokes done. You know, I just never got all that done. And so I'm realizing that there's days I have to kind of carve out to say, okay, these are the days we're going to record, you know, so that things are, especially now with this computer, I really don't have an excuse. It's just my headspace. And so I've thought, you know what? I've just got to do it. Now, knowing my personality type, which has been very helpful, I may add, I'm realizing I can't sit there and say, okay, 2 o'clock, we're going to do this. And at 3 o'clock, we're going to do this. And I just don't do that well. I'm starting to try to do that with the lives so I can schedule those. Those are kind of different. And I feed off the lives. I feed when people come in and say hello and so forth. I love it. But I'm sitting there thinking, if I say, okay, we're going to do a recording day on Monday, which I'm excited to do Lewis Acre Karma, but I'm realizing how important Mondays are to my sanity, if that makes any sense. For me as a fibromyalgia patient, I need Mondays to just do absolutely nothing but just relax. I need it for my sanity, whether it's to crochet all day or whatever it is, or intermittent crochet with trying to do recordings and stuff like that. I need Mondays where we're not having doctor's appointments and all that kind of stuff. I just need that breather. Because even if on a Sunday, which this Sunday was very busy, you know, I just need that kind of, you know, and so I'm thinking I'm probably not, unless I need to do an interview on Monday or really do a live much on Monday. And then, but I need to start saying, okay, let's do these 2 or 3 recordings. And this is the recordings you need to get done today. And then, well, let's do this recording, then take a break for a while and go crochet and then come back and do it. not necessarily having a set schedule. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Not necessarily having a set schedule, but having more of a just saying, okay, these are the 3 you need to get done. Get up. We can have our coffee. There's a term in Scotland, and it's called Herkle Durkle. It's such a cute term. And it's such a cute term. And so Herkling Dirkling. And I got it off some kind of YouTube thing. And I loved it because I was sitting there going, I love it. And I sent it to my mom. So she'll come through and she'll say, yeah, Mocha and I are having a Herkle Dirkling kind of morning. And so I was like, my husband said to me this morning, because it took me about an hour to even just be able to move. And I said, you know what? I'm having a Herculean Dirkling kind of. He said to me, are you having a Herculean Dirkling kind of day? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just having trouble moving. So, it was kind of one of those days. And I tell you, I was kind of bummed last night because we were going. If y'all tuned into the live last night, why is she in the dark? It was because Christina forgot her purse. But on the way home, my husband's like, Mary, you want to go to, I sat there and he said, can we take the highway home? I don't handle the highway well. And I'm like, yeah, thank goodness for the most part. It wasn't busy, but there was still some traffic and I was having my moments of going, what have you. And so I said to him, a Frosty sounds good at this point, right? And so we got off the highway to go to Wendy's and they were closed. Mind you, it was like 10:45 at night, but I was like, they're closed. So I couldn't get a Frosty. I was like, at least if I deal with the highway. But I was on there with my friends and so forth. But if you came into the live last night going, it's because we were having to go drop off the purse. And, it would have been nice if she could have met us halfway, but she couldn't because her keys for her car and her driver's license were the purse that was at her house. So we had to go an hour and go drop off the thing. So, I'll go live for a little bit because devotions just didn't happen. So I'm realizing that I kind of I do better when I'm like, okay, let's just name the recordings you need to get done today, or this that needs to get done, or giving a list. I need to start really giving mama and sitting with her and having her help with some of this stuff and getting her more familiar with it to take it off my plate. The Bible verses would be really easy for her to do. I just need to sit with her and go through more. Hi, wounds to wisdom. How are you, Teresa? And so I'm just realizing I need to do better at doing what I'm doing so that I'm not tied into a schedule in the sense of I have to, do times. We learned that from our personality, my personality. It just doesn't work. So how am I going to do this so I can still get things done? And there was a gentleman. Oh my God, he was sitting there and no, it wasn't. I think it was Mel Robinson. I was listening to her today. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I was listening to her today and she made a powerful thing. And she was coming up and I didn't listen to the entire thing, but she said, Nike does its tagline is just do it. And she said, if they would have just used do it, what is the most powerful word in that statement? I thought, well, it's do. I've always thought. She said, no, it's the just. I'm like, yeah, she's right. Ding dong. The light came on. I was like, she's right. Because she said if the tagline would have just been do it, it would have failed because do it would have been something that people would have kind of dug in their heels and going, you're going to make me do it? Nah. Just do it. The fact that they're just doing it, that's the powerful word in it. And I'm like, I never thought of it that way. Amazing. It was like, yeah. It was like, okay, just do it. The most powerful word in there is just. You just got to try. You just got to do. You got to give it a whirl. You'll never know unless you try, right? And I always thought it was the most powerful word was do. And it's not. And I thought, I never thought of it that way. We did put a couple books, one from Mel Robertson that's in our link tree, which I did drop that link. And it's a Let Them Theory. And I want to read that book. But I probably need to read it on Audible because I know if I get the book, I'm just not going to read it. Reading for me is just, I think I'd rather go to the dentist, and I don't like the dentist. I've got to go to the dentist, but I've been putting it off, but I just sitting there going, it's the last thing I want to do. It's an amazing marketing. We have to market our own actions. I have to play the games with myself to get stuff done. I just ordered Let Them book. We have that on our link tree if anybody's interested. If you are a channel, we started to do this and we did one. Kristen Melinda had one for us. And if you are someone now, if you have signed up with the affiliate program with Amazon, none of us want to take that away from anybody. But if you have some Amazon things that you really like, that you find is helpful, and you would like to send them over to us, as long as we can, like, let's say you send over like 3 or 4 items that you really find helpful for yourself. We just asked that we could just take one of them and create our own affiliate link, but say, okay, these 3, here's my affiliate link, and you can use this one and make your own affiliate link. But we'll be glad to do a little collection underneath our link tree shop for your channel, and even on our main link tree, be able to link your channel too, so that people can have it on both sides. They can have some of your favorite things in our shop, as well as we did it on the link tree with Kristen. We'll be glad to do that. I think that's a great way too for people to find your channel. And if there's people that don't want to fool around with affiliate marketing or Amazon links, and say, here's some things that I have found helpful, and go ahead and create the Amazon affiliate links and put these in my favorite things on the link tree, we will be glad to do that. I love that. I also really like starting to open the quotes up for people to be able to put them underneath a community post, or send them in that email too if they want as well. And when we do the shorts, we will tag your channel in that short to send people over, hopefully to subscribe. I think people don't realize the power in hitting that subscribe button. If people are watching other people and other content creators videos and letting them run, just remember that if you turn them on silent, YouTube can tell. So just make sure that either put earphones in your phone, or attach them to Bluetooth, or even in your laptop, put the earphones in. So if you're trying not to hear you're trying to sleep and you want to run and you want to help them get their watch hours or continue having their watch hours, that's a great way to assist. But just remember that if you turn your volume down all the way, it may affect them actually getting credit for it at all. Just a little something to put in there that maybe a lot of people don't know. I don't know if it's all true. You hear this and that, and you know what I mean? But hit that subscribe button. That's why we put people's channels when they come in here. We try. We may not always get it. As we get busier and more people come in the chat, it may not always happen, but we really try to place your link in the chat. It may get to a point where, hi Brazy girl, how are you? It may be that as we grow, We may only be able to put members links in. I don't know, but for right now, we're able to do that for those that have channels so that you guys can connect. It's just another way to build community, right? And build those connection points that we're trying to have happen. Now we're going to stay on here till 2:40. Then this is going to redirect you over to Lewis Acre Karma, which we will be on. It will be on her channel, and I will be doing an interview with her. And I look forward to that. So I hope people will go over and subscribe to her channel. It is pinned to the very top of the comments. And we can be there to support her. I know she is, I believe, raised an autistic individual or is raising one. So we have that in common, which is wonderful. And so I'm looking forward to it. More connection, the better. And then the devotions will be late, but we'll get them done. And I was doing the crochet project I'm working on, and I was like, dang God, and I got to frog out a row because, hi, my other's keeper, how you doing? Give Crystal a hug for me. I'm so glad to see her. I'm so glad to see her place coming together. So when you see her, Kim, give her a hug from me and tell her I'm thoughts and prayers for her. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you haven't followed Kim's channel, go ahead and give it a subscribe to as well. It's important. Hitting that subscribe button means a lot. And I think, let's see when I went on, we'll see what we are, but I think we're only 3 away. Are we still only 3 away? 3 away from 1,400. I cannot believe it. Yes, she is. I love her bathroom. I thought that was so cute with the ducks all around. I thought that was so cute. I thought that was so fun. It looked like she's really making it her own, and I'm very, very glad to see it. And I'm glad that you're there for her, and that, we're going to talk tomorrow about the impact of showing up, right? I don't think we forget, we kind of forget the importance of kind of showing up. And sometimes it can really help somebody checking in, showing up, making sure they're doing okay. Because how often have we said to everybody, we're fine? Well, everything's falling around us because we don't want to tell anybody we're struggling. And so showing up and really knowing when they're, I've had it just knowing the person by phone. And, I've had it where I'm like, no. And I've called them and said, are you okay? I'm fine. And I'm like, no, I can tell by just your text. You're not fine. And I can tell it by my daughter's text. If she messages me and I'm like, something's going on, and I'll give her the ring and just say, how you doing? So showing up for people. I think we forget the power of showing up for somebody and the impact that it can make in their lives by just being there. And that's why this channel is in existence. It's not to show you how to crochet. It's to show you how to make those connections and build that community. And I'm not, doing anything magical over here. I'm just sitting here. But I think we've done a lot of content on this channel with a lot of positive things. And there's some things that are really hard to talk about. I remember go back thinking I did that interview together with Kelly B69, and we were talking about being in a trigger warning, an abusive relationship, and I'm thinking this isn't fun to talk about. But if we can steer one girl away from being in that kind of relationship with somebody that is going to tear them down, wonderful. Or be able to have the conversation started between a mother and daughter, right? Or, at least know what the signs are and at least have other people understand. I love it when people come and somebody's in an abusive relationship and their response is, well, why don't they just leave? Well, it's because it's really hard sometimes. And I've been there, done that. And so the more knowledge that you can gain, to me, it's the better. we need to really try to gain as much knowledge as we possibly can. And sometimes it's just, you may sit there and go, I don't really have somebody in my life that is, autistic, but there are a lot of people around us that are autistic. And if you understand the signs, then when you meet somebody that is, you can kind of understand how to interact with them because they interact in a very, very different way um, than we may think. And it's really important to understand how those interactions play together and how they happen. And so it's important. And that's why I think too that if we talk about it, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to talk about it and interact. And I have to do one of the codes like that for the village. I have to go through the Nightbot one of these days and go through and clean it on up. I just haven't had a chance to and get some kind of code. Now that with this wonderful computer, which I'm so thankful for every day, I can do more. Like I could have, another window open with the other computer. I couldn't have opened a window if you paid me because it was it was gonna go crash. So, but I just think we just have to remember the power of just the impact of just showing on up. Let somebody know, hey, you're special enough. You mean something to me to show on up, to be a part of each other's lives, getting to know each other and just saying, I'm here. We may not agree on everything. And not ever and I want to say this too. Not every channel that comes in here or that we direct you to is a channel for you. It may not be. They may have different views than what you have, and that's perfectly fine. If they're friends of ourselves and have come in here and supported us, we're going to support them. I think that we have to realize we can differ on views, but at the end of the day, we have to agree to disagree and find common ground and mixed of everything. It does make a difference when we say, you know what, we're not going to agree on this, so we're going to put it aside. But there's so many other things that we can go through and glean off of each other and glean knowledge off of. So, there may be, channels we put in and say, it's not a channel I like or I agree with or whatever it is. But if they're coming in and being supportive of Blessed to Crochet, we're going to be turning around and be supportive of them because I'm thinking to myself, I thought this journey of YouTube was going to be so much easier than it was. It's been a lot harder than I ever thought it was going to be. It's been such a blessing, but it's been a lot harder. Hi, Crystal Phoenix Rising. How are you? It's been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And I think that when you're on the other side of it, you think all they do is turn on the live and they're just on and they talk and they turn it off. But there's a lot of other stuff that happens in the background you guys just don't see. And there's a lot of work to do. Is it all wonderful and fun? No. My thing that I love the best is going live, but we kind of have to do it all. You have to do the shorts and you have to do the videos and you have to do it all. And yes, and even Teresa says, I agree, starting my channel is much more difficult than I thought. And it is. I wouldn't change it for the world. No, I wouldn't change it for anything. But, and then when you sit there and you think, I'm doing all this, and your subscriber count goes down 2 or 3 and you go, what did I do? Yeah, exactly. What did I do? It's like, what did I do all of a sudden? It's just, I wouldn't trade it, but and then it, it's just, it's, I think that's with any job though. If you really think about it, with any job, there's things that you don't like doing. When I worked at the auto mall, I loved interacting with customers, right? That's okay, Crystal. I'm just glad you're here. Not a problem. Enjoy whatever you're eating. Um, and I really enjoyed the customers. I didn't enjoy all the paperwork that came with it. And I really didn't like when the sales guys would come to us with sometimes cash to count. And sometimes it was a pretty good chunk of money. And I'd have to stop everything and sit there and, count sometimes $5,000. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't like this part. You know what I mean? Or when customers would come and they would be irritated or something like that. I wanted to just talk, interact with the customers. But with every job, there's things that you don't necessarily like doing, but you have to do because it's just part of it. Um, and but I'm telling you, out of everything I've done in my life, I think this is one that has been a successful adventure, and it's not done yet. One thing that I learned the other day, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow, was the fact that don't look at yourself. Don't look down at yourself. No matter how big or small you are as a YouTube channel, don't look down. If you're only sitting at 1,400, think of yourself as sitting at 14,000. Change your mindset, right? Change your mindset. I was listening to Trent Tribe, and I think he's great. I love his messages. And he was sitting there and he said, I was a kid who I was raised by a single mother. We didn't have vacations. We didn't get to do this kind of things or that kind of things. And he said, I had this poverty mindset. And he said, I had to change that. And I thought, I don't care whether we're sitting at 1,400. I'm going to pretend like we're sitting at 14,000. It's all how you change it in your head. Hi, Megan. How are you? Welcome in. It's all how you change it. If you're sitting at 250 subscribers, sitting and thinking yourself at 200, 2,500 subscribers. The change, and that just sits there. Yep, I agree. And I've met you at least this way, and I've enjoyed many conversations, my friend, with you, and I'm so proud of how far you've come. But I think that we just sit there and think our mindset, and that can go with anything. What are you doing that you can say, hey, I'm doing this, but what does my mindset say? When we do a craft, right? Sometimes we say, oh, that's not that great. Instead of looking and saying, you know what? The fact that I even did it, the fact that I just did it, it should be enough. It should be just enough. It's beautiful. When I do it again, I'm going to even do it better. How are we doing our mindset here? How are we changing the mindset? Well, Phoenix, we should help you with that a little bit, right? And we can. People, if you have a laptop and you see Crystal saying where she is, she's not too far from the first mark, which is the 500. So if you, I will put her channel in. If you can go and just watch some of her playlist. And I was able to subscribe from my other channel. So now you have 412. Where did it go? Here we go. And you can go ahead. Just realize when you are watching, if you turn the volume all the way down, it can affect the channel getting the hours. So just put in earphones or something like that. If or turn the volume low, but don't turn it all the way off. It can affect it. Like the other day, we put a post up, and I said, spread the word. And somebody did. Great. We'll get there. We're 3 away from 1,400. We'll get there one step at a time, and that's okay. One step at the time. We're going to be there to help each other. We're going to show each other how we can show up for each other. And Kim, if you have your if you have your show on tomorrow, then I will go ahead and redirect. I'm thinking I'm trying to do a 5:30 show tomorrow, and I need to let the village know about it and see if they want to put it up. I can redirect everybody over to you. I didn't see that it was available when I did it. Like Kim comes on at 6, but it's 7 my time, so I don't go on that late. So if I do a 5:30 show, I'm going to redirect to her or to somebody else. I love that feature. It's one of the best features that we have the ability to redirect to people like Kim and other people that are going live. Well, Megan, if you would like to reach out to us, okay, then if you've set it up, I'll go ahead and redirect over to you. Because I'm doing a 5:30 and I'll redirect over to you. Megan, here's our email address. If you would like to reach out to me, now when people realize when they see the email address is all under my mom. So if you want me, then you just say Mary. But if you would like to reach out to me, I will be more than glad to talk with you. And be more than glad to talk to you. And more importantly, Alfonso, everybody knows our musical genius, Alfonso. He came in when we met and he sat there and he said he was kind of afraid of the same thing. And I said to him, guess what? When you're live, I'll be there because we're not going to let trolls stop you from doing something that you may enjoy doing. And he loves playing the piano and the organ, and he loves his music, and he loves, more importantly, sharing and bringing back some of the old hymns and so forth and doing it. And we're just not going to allow it. And I think it wasn't this stream, but it was the time before. And there was somebody in there that was a troll. We just kicked them on out of there. If trolls want to come in here, they can. If I don't have mods in here, you're out. You're not going to be disrespectful to myself or anybody in the chat. You're not going to be disrespectful to another content creator. It's not happening. You're not going to make my community and our community feel unsafe. So you're out. If there's misbehaving happening in the chat and it's go far enough, you're not even going to get a warning. And one thing that I try not to do is acknowledge when somebody comes in and wants to do bad behavior, they're just quietly leave. Don't need to announce your departure. I quietly let them leave with a boot. And we don't acknowledge it. We're not going to acknowledge bad behavior. If you want to come in and be an important part of this community, wonderful. But if you want to come in and cause drama, the only drama we allow here is yarn drama. That's it. But I'm serious, Megan. If you would like to reach out, I will be more than glad to help if I can. If that would be something that would mean something to you to start, then you just reach out to me. And I'll be glad to sit and talk with you. And I'm going to put not pressing you to start a channel, but if that's something you want to do, then, and you feel like you need a little bit of just somebody to come along, I will be glad to do that. And we're going to put your channel in there if people want to connect with Megan. But I'm dead serious. I will be more than willing to do that because I don't want trolls to ever stop anybody. It didn't stop Alfonso, and I'm there for him every Saturday. I don't get subscribers much from that right now, and that's fine. And we don't get them from there. I'm there for my friend. And I'm there for you guys. I'm your number one supporter. So I have got to go and head over. Thankfully, I can do it very quickly with this new computer and make sure that we're all sitting right with Lewis Acre Karma. So on the top is the pin link for you to go over to the live. This is going to redirect you over to the live. It will start in about 18 minutes. So remember, Stay connected, everybody. Remember, thank you so much for being here today. Remember, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. We're going to play this real quick because we are so thankful for our channel members. It is not necessary. It is appreciated. We appreciate you supporting this channel. It just helps to provide extra content.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just so you know, whenever that plays, I'm doing one of these moves for a minute. I needed a little energy boost and I needed to see Elvis. Why not, right? Alrighty, we got you covered. We'll see you over at Lewis Acre Karma Farm, or Lewis Acre Farm Karma. Gotta slow down when I say that. See you all over there. Have a great day or night. Love you all. We got you covered. And remember, again, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. Stay connected, everybody. Love you all. See you over there. Bye.
So proud of being